Have you ever noticed how some people just don't care about their birthday? No party, no post, no attention, just another day on the calendar. Now, at first glance, that might seem cold, detached, maybe even sad. But what if I told you there's a deeper psychological advantage behind it? What if the people who treat their birthday as an ordinary day actually understand something about human nature that most people miss? Let's break it down. From a biological standpoint, humans are wired for validation. For thousands of years, our survival depended on belonging to the group. Attention wasn't just emotional, it was biological currency. Being noticed meant protection, being ignored meant danger. So the need to celebrate, to be recognized, is ancient. That's why birthdays feel rewarding. They trigger small bursts of dopamine and oxytocin, the brain's social bonding chemicals. It's the body's way of saying, I matter to the tribe. But here's the twist. In the modern world, that same biological signal can backfire. People who treat their birthday as a normal day, they've unconsciously rewired that system. They've learned to detach self-worth from social reward. That's not emotional coldness, that's emotional control. Psychologists call it self-determination, the ability to generate motivation and satisfaction internally rather than externally. It's what separates dependence from dominance. Neuroscience even supports this. Individuals with higher prefrontal cortex activity, the brain's control center, show reduced emotional reactivity to social validation. Translation, they don't need the crowd's applause to feel powerful. Now, this doesn't mean they're emotionless. It means they've mastered a deeper truth. Significance doesn't require ceremony. In fact, the more your identity relies on external recognition, the easier it is to manipulate you. Marketers, social media, even relationships, they all feed on your need to be seen. But when you no longer chase that, you become unpredictable. You become dangerous. Because no one can buy your attention with balloons or compliments. That's not detachment. That's strategic autonomy. There's also an evolutionary angle. Think about the alpha in any tribe, male or female. Do they beg for celebration, or do others instinctively celebrate them? The highest value individuals rarely signal their importance. They radiate it through presence, not performance. So when someone shrugs off their birthday, it might not be indifference. It might be a subtle dominance cue, a signal that says, I don't need external validation, I already own internal control. But let's be clear, not everyone who avoids birthdays does it from strength. Some do it from pain, years of being forgotten, or disappointment repeated so often that caring became dangerous. That's called learned helplessness. The brain protects itself by lowering expectations. The difference between that and self-mastery comes down to awareness. If you're ignoring your birthday out of fear, that's avoidance. If you're ignoring it out of freedom, that's evolution. So here's the question. When your birthday comes around, what's your instinct? To broadcast it, to bury it, or to observe it quietly, knowing that every day you wake up, you already own your worth? Because that mindset, the one that doesn't need applause, is the same mindset that wins in life, in business, in relationships, in everything. That's not a lack of celebration, that's command over self. If this opened your eyes to the psychology behind ordinary behavior, make sure you subscribe. Because here, we don't just study people, we study power. And if you're ready to master the biology and psychology of control, the next video will take you even deeper. See you there.